What if the biggest thing standing between you and the life you want isn't a lack of talent, money, or opportunity? What if it's your own mind quietly convincing you to stay exactly where you are? Every year, millions of people promise themselves they'll finally change. They'll start the business, get in shape, write the book, learn a new skill, or completely transform their lives. They imagine it so clearly that it almost feels real. But months pass, then years, and nothing really changes. Most people blame laziness. Psychology suggests something much deeper. Your brain isn't trying to destroy your dreams, it's trying to protect you from uncertainty. Ironically, that protection often becomes the very reason your dreams never become reality. The first trap is that your brain rewards intention before it rewards action. Simply imagining success can create a small burst of satisfaction. Planning every detail feels productive. Talking about your goals feels exciting. Watching motivational videos makes you feel inspired. But none of these things move your life forward. They only create the illusion that progress has already begun. The more comfortable your imagination becomes, the less urgent real action feels. But that's only the beginning. The second trap is something most people never notice. Your brain values familiarity more than improvement. It doesn't ask, will this make your life better? It asks, is this safe? Even if your current life frustrates you, it's still familiar. Success, change, and growth all require stepping into situations you've never experienced before. To your brain, the unknown feels like danger. That's why people often stay in jobs they hate, relationships that no longer fulfill them, or routines they secretly want to escape. Familiar discomfort feels safer than unfamiliar possibility. There's another invisible force working against you. Many people believe they're waiting for the right moment. They tell themselves they'll start when they have more confidence, more time, or more motivation. But confidence rarely comes before action. It almost always comes after it. Every skill you've ever mastered felt uncomfortable in the beginning. Waiting to feel ready is like waiting for muscles to appear before going to the gym. The feeling you're waiting for is created by the very thing you're avoiding. Then comes one of the biggest psychological traps of all: overthinking. The human brain loves certainty. It wants to predict every possible outcome before making a move. So you analyze every option, compare every strategy, and search for the perfect plan. At first, this feels responsible, but eventually, thinking replaces doing. Hours of research become weeks. Weeks become months. Decisions become heavier with every new possibility. Instead of reducing fear, overthinking quietly feeds it until taking even the smallest step feels overwhelming. But perhaps the deepest reason has nothing to do with planning at all. Every person carries an identity inside their mind. Without realizing it, we constantly repeat stories about ourselves. Maybe it's, I'm not disciplined. Maybe it's, I never finish what I start. Or people like me don't become successful. These beliefs don't just shape your thoughts, they shape your behavior. Your brain naturally resists actions that conflict with the identity you've accepted. If you've spent years seeing yourself as someone who quits, then consistency feels unnatural. Before your habits change, your identity has to change. And then there's the trap almost nobody talks about. Some people become addicted to potential. As long as your dream stays inside your imagination, it remains perfect. In your mind, you can become anything. A successful entrepreneur, a best-selling author, financially free, completely transformed. Reality is different. The moment you begin, your fantasy meets mistakes, setbacks, and slow progress. Suddenly the dream becomes imperfect. For many people, protecting the fantasy feels emotionally safer than testing reality. They don't fear hard work as much as they fear discovering that success is more difficult than they imagined. This is why so many people spend years talking about the life they want instead of building it. The truth is, Your greatest obstacle isn't a lack of ability, it's a mind designed to keep you safe, comfortable, and predictable. Once you understand that, everything changes. You stop asking, "Why am I so unmotivated?" and start asking a much better question. What part of my mind is trying to keep me the same? That single question changes the way you see yourself forever. Because the people who eventually achieve extraordinary things aren't the ones who never feel fear, doubt, or resistance. They're the ones who learn to act, even while those feelings are still there. Your dreams don't become reality the moment you believe in them. They become reality the moment you take the first imperfect step.